Hello YouTube, this is Excalibur27 coming at you with another gameplay. This commentary I wanted to actually discuss something that's, I don't know, something I picked up in the community that seems to be happening quite a bit. And that is people quitting out on games. Now this seems to be happening more on console than it does on the PC side. But it does happen on PC a little bit, but the thing is, it doesn't actually kill the whole game, so... You know, I understand that people are kind of getting ready to get into like MLG stuff and the whole enchilada. That's fine. It's cool. But, you know, you're here to play the game, and that's what Black Ops is all about. I mean, it's a team environment. So, you work together and you achieve. And that's the way it goes. Now, me actually being a bit of a noob, I'm not really part of a team per se as of yet. So what I typically like to do in-game is find the players or players, more than one typically, and you know, usually there's more than one actually on the top doing really well, and follow them around a little bit. Usually they get into some pretty decent gameplay as well too, and get the high KDs, and what I like to do is follow them around to see how they go about doing it. Pretty straightforward stuff. Now, one thing I actually wanted to talk about a little bit in this gameplay is like I tried doing something a little bit different, because as you can see in my other videos, I'm typically running with the Famas. And running with the Galil, and this one I'm running with the Famas for a change. And what I've actually had a hard time doing with the Famas is trying to find the right setup. That doesn't really happen a whole lot, but this gun for some reason has been like, you know, taking a paintball marker into a gunfight. It just doesn't happen the way I wanted it to, so I had to work at it. And excuse me, just burping here. And as I go about actually trying to find the right setup, what perks are that I am running are Flak Jacket, Hardened, and obviously you can already see by now, I'm running Hacker. And it works out pretty well. But anyhow, the other tactical equipment that I tend to want to use quite a bit, I typically run with frags. I don't run with Semtex as of yet. My aim with Semtex is still a work in progress, as it was. Like, obviously, most of you guys probably watching this have had a fair bit of experience as well too with Call of Duty, especially multiplayer. Like, I see a lot of people who have gone back all the way to the days of World at War, COD 4. And a few people, of course, raging about Modern Warfare 2. That's cool. It's understandable. I followed some of your gameplays as well too, and I've noticed that yeah, there's significant potential issues with Modern Warfare 2. Anyhow, but it's all in how you play the game, and I kind of picked that up quite a bit from learning how to play Black Ops and seeing, you know, how different people play the game. And like I said, I definitely do follow a lot of people with different variety of different channels and that too on YouTube, so I get some pretty good ideas. But the thing is, it doesn't always apply the exact same way on the PC side, so I do my best to adapt. But the thing is that when I get into a game, and you know, if I am not doing very well, typically what I do is I'll stick it out to the end of the round and then move on to another server, or you know, put it to rest a bit rather than just quitting out. So all you guys are taking like, you know, a shortcut, you know, being the you know, bitches and stuff like that too, and just quitting out in gameplay. What's the point of playing Black Ops or any sort of multiplayer if you're not going to put the effort in? And yeah, you're not going to win all the time. I don't. You know, 3 or 4 games before this, I was negative about 3 or 4. It wasn't that bad. It was a big deal. I kept on going. But the thing is that, you know, you see a lot of people, or hear a lot of people talking smack in the lobbies. But the thing is, on the PC, we don't have that. You know, we don't really have a whole lot of people running with mics and things. So, you know, it's a little bit different on this side. But the thing is, you're kind of on your own sometimes as well too. And like I said, in the other games that I had tonight, I stuck with the Famas. Learning how to use it properly as well too is a key. But I had somebody else in the game with me, and I'd actually like to take some time to send a little shout out to Shed of Tools, somebody I linked up with on Steam and through Black Ops, who has, compared to me, has a pretty beastie gameplay, and his KD is dwarfs mine. Now, there's people like that as well too. Sometimes like tick you off, but at the same time, I learn from them. You know, I watch how they play the game, how they move around the map, what their selection of guns typically is, and obviously Shed, I know he runs, you know, my favorite gun as well too, being pretty much almost the same setup as mine. But you know, every once in a while, like I like to switch it up a little bit because I kind of find if you can stick with the same weapon, it's not going to really help your. Did I just repeat myself? I think I just did. Anyhow, it's not going to help your gameplay if you actually hold on to the same stuff and do the same thing all the time. So, you know, I tried this out a little bit here with the AK-47 really. I know it's a running weapon. I typically use that if I'm, you know, playing on a firing range, or that's what I use quite a bit. Intermittently I use it on not array. What is it? Cracked. Sorry. The one without snow. That's the one. Anyhow. But yeah, you know, when I am kind of getting into stuff, I mean, I don't always go positive, but, you know, there are a lot of times where I am, you know, doing really, really well. Or if I start off a game where I go really positive, and then all of a sudden, you know, there's some really good players come in the mix, I get taken down, not a big deal. You know, I'm a tryhard. I kind of stick it out for a while. You know, and eventually, I get some comeback going, right? And typically speaking, I'll have somebody obviously on my team, wherever I'm playing, that is actually a pretty decent player. I can kind of go check out a little bit as well, so I sort of follow them around. But of course, in this game, what I've been doing as well too is I didn't realize. Check this out. I get hits on this guy. Watch this. Watch this. Coming around. Nope. Gonna make the cap. No, not gonna bother. Nope. And he's still standing here. I love it. That's the best part of Black Ops, because you're not always playing with experienced players, so whatever. So I'm just standing here, you know, having a cigar.
Securing A.
Doing nothing. Got my flag. Oh, moving out. Still moving on. Somebody's taking over somewhere, but just come through here. Or does he? Oh, yes, no. Either way, I get a chance to. Oh, there he is. Get a chance to change my mags, blah, blah, blah. Hang out for a bit. Anyhow, this was kind of an interesting match that I kind of got into because, you know, 3 or 4 matches that I was into before this, doing Domination on grid. Well, actually, it was Domination on grid. Doing Domination on grid I find to be a little bit more challenging. I don't always do very well. So, being the fact that I actually had a good game, I had a lot of fun doing it, and going for the objective as opposed to just hanging back for the KD. It seems to be what some of my teammates are trying to do here, but no big deal. It gives me the opportunity to actually get into playing the objective a little bit better, because I don't always do that. Part of the reason is that, you know, because of the fact that I'm not yet, I like to hang back a little bit, play the objective in a different manner. Try to stay out of the line of fire, but it doesn't always happen. So here I'm actually flanking a little bit. I've been picked off both here in this area as well too quite a few times. So, I see the care package here. Grenades, I'm kind of hanging behind it. And you got to pop up the chickens. Grab myself a little sniper. Anyhow. But coming up here as well too, this is kind of interesting because looking for somebody else around. So I sure enough there's a guy right there. Oh well. But you know, go for the objective, that's what it's all about. So this is my commentary. This is my, like I said, Domination on grid. And if you guys would be willing to like my
friendly care package inbound.
Any sort of objective comments like that too, you know, constructive stuff.
Securing B.
And I will
Mission failed. We'll get him next time.